Hey guys, this is GamerCow. Welcome to another randomizer, this time Super Mario Bros. 3. Because people are crazy and they have made randomizers for all sorts of stuff. And this is not one that I have played all that often. I think I've finished about 4 or 5 seeds now. And I haven't really played Super Mario Bros. 3 for the NES outside of that, outside of the randomizer. So it's kind of cool. It does pretty much everything you would hope for as far as randomizing. It adds the beta levels in, it shuffles all the regular stages. It actually can remove the auto-scrollers with 2 exceptions. We'll maybe see those as we go along. It shuffles all the overworld pipes, the world order. You can shuffle the warp zones, but this is using the tournament format, which was warpless, so you have to do all the stages anyway. All the Hammer Bros stuff gets shuffled, the castles get shuffled among each other, you get the end cards, give you random items, and they are random themselves, so you don't get to just memorize what they are. And you can break locks using the hammer in the overworld, which is something you don't normally get to do. You also get to change the color of your Mario, and you can randomize your music, but I've decided not to because I prefer the standard order. So without further ado, let's get going. So, off to not a great start. We can already see World 6 beginning here. I have chosen the midnight blue color because I like that for my Mario the best. We don't get to skip any levels this time, unfortunately. There is one warp, if you get it, in World 6 that lets you skip some levels, but not the case. As you can see, this is most definitely not 6-1. This is in fact 2-2, I believe. I'm not super familiar with all of the levels or not. I cannot remember what all of them are, but this one I definitely do remember. Looks like the blooper doesn't really know what's up there. You can see all sorts of crazy enemies going down the bottom there. Probably for the best I don't actually try and challenge any of those. All of the power-ups inside boxes are also randomized, so you'll often see stars in the place of the regular power-ups, so that's something to keep in mind. I'm not going to challenge that Hammer Bro with my current resources, and here, Fire Bro in the face, straight up. I'm surprised I didn't get hit there. Okay. Yeah, Fire Bro in the face, never fun, right? Those Power Goombas are the worst thing as well. They get super annoying. So hopefully he just goes ahead and leaves me alone. Power up here is a star. We can use that to advance. That's fine. I didn't think I was going to make that. Okay, so that is one level I could do. Or we can see what this one is, which is the Power Beetle level. This is normally an auto-scroller, and so it's a fair bit scarier when you can't actually see what is coming up. Also a star. I don't know how the star interacts with the oh, it does just kill them, okay. So you wouldn't be able to jump on them at all. Is there a power-up in one of these? P-switch, that sounds dangerous, but okay. I guess we'll go with that. It doesn't really do a whole lot. That's fine. Okay, so this level wasn't too bad to deal with. You don't get randomized life counts off of the stars and, you know, the items here at the moment, which is probably for the better, let's be honest. I want that power-up up there, but I don't really have a way to get it at the moment. This is, I want to say, the third world, like the first castle. Yeah, it is, so just go through door number 6 and you will be fine. You gotta watch the hotheads here because some of them, there are 2 different types. There's the one that kind of acts like the boos, and then Jesus, and then there's the there's the ones that kind of just do what they want, and the ones that do what they want can get in the way really badly, and they are painful to deal with. Boom Boom is still a Boom Boom. So any stage that ends with a Boom Boom is shuffled in as the castles. Oh, you butt. Okay. That could be pretty bad. But they are Sledge Bros, so maybe we can deal with Maybe not. Okay, so the problem with the Hammer Bros is that I'm gonna have to deal with them anyway. Let's see what this is first, because I do not have enough lives to want to deal with this jerk right now. This is a Tanuki. That is really good. I'm gonna use that straight away, because I kind of need to use a power-up to get rid of this guy. So, even though I just fought this guy, you can see it is different now than what it was the last time. So that's fine. And you get yourself a random power, which is a Hammer Bro suit this time. That's really good. Alright, you want to keep a Hammer Bro suit for Bowser at the end, because if you can get that, there's a quick kill. And here, yeah, this is an annoying start to this scene. One of the only auto-scrollers that can't get replaced is 5-9. And I think it's because this is just game-breaking to remove this auto-scroller, unfortunately. So there is this stage, and one of the beta levels is an auto-scroller, and the game just does not like it when you try and remove those. Looks like the Fire Chomp is unfortunately still here, but if you can take him out, that's fine. The Fire Chomp can get randomized, and then this stage becomes nothing, but not the case this time. If he stays away, though, I will be happy with that. Okay, so not too bad, just not a quick stage to do. That is fine, and we do get ourselves to 5 lives, so we can keep on going, and hopefully not just destroy ourselves. So, the fact that the enemies and stuff are randomized here means even if you remember all the stage layouts, you could still be in for a rough time, especially when these jerks show up. Oh, goddammit. Also, gotta remember the invincibility frames of your your stuff. Wow, P-Wing is also really good. Very good items off the Hammer Bros this particular world. So happy with that. Oh, is this the pipe maze? No, this is 7th. Okay, so this one would also normally be an auto-scroller, but because of the randomizer, it is not, and I should have just gone, because this is going to be really annoying now. Maybe I can despawn that, because this is going to take ages if I don't. Yeah. What have we got in this box? It is a Fire Flower. Kinda want that in this stage. So, yeah, this stage is really irritating to deal with normally. Some enemy types just don't really correspond too well to switching things here. Like that Cheep Cheep, I think, is one that is supposed to like jump up from the water, and it just doesn't really work too well with that. Oh, get out of here! There's a star, which would be nice, but we're just about at the end anyway. I think there's not a huge amount left in this here, right? So I probably don't need to grab the star yet, because it's right there. So we're done. Good stuff. Okay. Yeah, that stage is one that I would always cloud over when I was playing before, because the auto-scroller goes up when you get into the middle of it. It's just really dumb. Because there's the sea of G-electrodes and stuff, and there's a blooper in the middle of all of that that spits out babies, and it's just really stupid. Right, so, end card. I'm gonna forget where all the stuff is in here, but there's not really a huge amount of, like, strategy to this until you get to see a couple of the items. You know what, I'm gonna skip that Hammer Bro just now. I might come back for it, but we'll skip it for the time being. So here we have 1, 2. And we get Sailor's Leaf. It's pretty good. I will say yes to having one of them, because it's definitely among the nicer things that I could have here. Just being able to fly over a lot of the shenanigans that could happen. And even managing to run under the giant Koopa there too. It's pretty good. I forgot there was an enemy there, but I think that's one of the Power Goombas normally, so... right, let's see what Castle 2 is. Oh, it's the tough one. Alright, so this is probably the hardest castle to do. This is the second Fortress of World 7. So right at the end of the game. And yeah, it's a doozy. That's an extra life, which I unfortunately did not pick up. But yeah, this stage is really difficult because these piranha plants, some of them do get randomized to really nasty fire formations. And yeah, like don't know what I was gonna do about that in the end. There just wasn't really a whole lot. This bit in particular can be really horrible, because if you get... oh, wow, okay. If you get 2 fire spitters there, that just becomes practically impossible. So hopefully here... yep, this is a mushroom. So I can at least get some firepower here, which is good. And... oh, I should have made that, but it's fine. I see the hothead there, we're just gonna let him go. See the boo there, kind of annoying. What type of plant are you? Just a regular. That is fine. Can deal with that. So that's most of the hard part done. So long, but you can see this guy is kind of just moving on his own, and that can get really annoying. I don't actually know how you're supposed to do that bit big. I'll be totally honest with you, but it's fine. Because we got a Boom Boom to deal with, and Boom Boom is not exactly that difficult. It can be a bit awkward with the platforms there, actually. There are a couple of castles where Boom Boom formations are quite nasty, but thankfully, we can deal with that. And now if I do get a game over, that bridge there should help out. So this actually is one of the World 6 stages, which is kind of funny. Not so good when there's a fire chomp in the way, mind you. We're just going to try and get away from him, because that doesn't sound like a good time. There's an item here, just a regular mushroom, pretty good. I think that's normally... I would want to say an item like that would be a 1-up, but I don't actually know. Oh, and I did not realize that was going to be the bit. Fantastic. Alright, let's get back in there. I am not an expert at these stages by any means, so it's always kind of amusing to see some of the stuff come up here. Like this, obviously, when it comes to the stage layouts, they're not randomized, because I don't know how you would even do that to make sense. But some of the stuff, when you're not super used to the stages, can really catch you out. Did manage to get up the top, which is good, and we're going to try and get another life set here. Yeah! Alright. So you know this world is taking a long time because it's World 6 and you don't have any shortcut stuff in here. It's going pretty good. We've got ourselves a lot of lives at the very least, so that's something. And this is another one of the World 5 levels with a fire flower, is always good. Let's see... I don't actually remember this one. It's the Lakitu one, okay. I think I had this one at the start of one of my runs and I just could not actually complete that seed because I was unable to beat this level as the first one. Because that Lakitu is really good at sniping you down, and it was a star that was the first item, so I didn't even get a power-up at the start of the stage. And so, yeah, that Lakitu was kind of impossible for me to deal with. Not so when you have a fire flower though. Oh, this one's pretty free though. So, this stage is pretty good to come across if you need lives, because you can reset this room a lot of times and it's good. But what you actually need to do is you need to fly. So, the way you do that is you go through the door, you grab yourself the Tanuki. So it's good to get this stage just for the Tanuki. This is actually the other castle in World 7. So, kind of fitting that our very first world we have had both of the World 7 castles. Kind of funny. So then we get to here, and I believe it is up there. But do need to get a little bit more height than that. But that is fine. Go ahead and grab ourselves the pipe here. And we're at the boom of booms. So, just take him out. And we're good to go. I think it's randomized whether the Boom Boom is flying or not too, because I'm pretty sure I've had a non-flying Boom Boom in here. So, I reckon that is like the randomized part for the enemy here. Okay, let's get some stuff here, because I think I remember a couple of these. So it still shows the same items, but they are randomized when what you get, so that's kind of cool. Fire flower, I don't know. So yeah, there's like 5 items there now that I don't know. But if we have a look at the items, see, we do actually have some good stuff there. There's Hammer Bros suits in the end card, which is really good. So that's fun. I think eventually they might be able to change it so that you can see the what the end cards actually give. And here you can see one of the airships. All the airship auto-scrollers have been removed, so it's actually super cool. And now we have the randomized boss part, because the bosses have random HP, and I need to block that. The bosses have randomized HP, so we only have 2 this time. Between 1 and 5 is what they have, and they can also, at least with the exception of Lemmy here, I guess, whether they create earthquakes or not, whether they jump super high, that is also randomized. And I have had a World 1 with a 5 HP earthquake generating Wendy, which is the worst freaking thing here. Also, text and stuff randomized at the end as well. Nice Final Fantasy reference. I don't know half the references, to be totally honest, but oh wow, and another hammer burst suit there. It's kind of cool. So, World 3 can be ultra fast if you get the if you can actually get in the pipe. I don't have a hammer, so I can't break the lock, unfortunately. Yeah, this world can be really fast if you get the right setup, because you can just get the pipe that goes straight to the end. Here is one of the hand levels, actually. It's the cheap version, so not the quickest of them, but you can just fly over it, so that's pretty good. Yeah, so these will give you an item. That item is randomized, but it's the same for every one of these. So we'll always get stars if we find another one of these levels. The one you don't want to see is the hamburger one, because that one's annoying. Now we have 3-8. Whether or not a boss bass appears is... Wow, okay, that was a clip. Whether or not a boss bass appears is also randomized, so... obviously it's not in this stage, but we might see a boss bass in a level that it normally isn't in, and that can cause a lot of interesting challenges. The Angry Sun is also part of that. So... Oh, I got my P-Speed removed. I should have jumped, actually, so I wouldn't have lost a P-Speed walking off the thing. That's fine. Let's see what is in the Toad House. Because we did get something good out of one of these before, but this could be... It's a frog suit. Okay, maybe not the most useful, but we'll see. If I come across an intense water level, then we might be able to use that. This is 1-4. So, again, normally an auto-scroller. And apparently you fall straight through that. I actually did not know that when you... That's kind of cool, to be honest. Maybe I should have used the hammer burst suit here, but whatever. Won't matter, because we'll just take him out with that. And get ourselves a no block. Not the most useful of items, but it is fine. Yeah, I actually didn't know you would just fall straight through that. That's kind of funny. Alright, let's not do the same thing again, though. I was going to drop down so I could try and get, like, the item underneath that. But that apparently is too fancy. There are a couple of enemies in this stage, so... Nothing too spectacular, but... It's sort of funny when you play these stages, which are obviously meant to be auto-scrollers, and you get to play them when they're not auto-scrollers. It's just kind of funny, just seeing how the dynamic changes. There's a couple which are actually significantly tougher that way, compared to what they'd normally be. And here we have the Super Tank. So the Super Tank does end with a Boom Boom, as well as the Navy level and the airship level. Well, they end with a Boom Boom, so they get randomized into the castle layouts as well. So that's kind of cool. Now, I think the way this is set up then, World 3 should be ending pretty much now, because I have 2 different pipes here, and I think one of these 2 pipes has to lead to the castle here. So, if I'm remembering the layout right. Or not, no, okay, so there's one more pipe. Yeah, there's one more pipe to go to, it's at the very end, so we're gonna have to do the entire world here, which is kind of annoying. Because I didn't have a hammer to skip towards the end, we're gonna have to do the whole thing. So let's just go ahead and use that mushroom, and we'll take on a level here. This is one of the World 5 stage. Oh wow, one of the World 5 stages, and there's a star. Would have rather had like an actual power up there, but you know what? It's okay. I can live. Apparently that isn't gonna hit me, so that's all good. Just get rid of him, and stage done. Alright. I think that's 5-5 normally. It's like the second sky part of World 5. Alright, more end cards, more item potential. I don't remember where like any of this stuff was though. I think that, nope, that's not it. It's the other one. Well, we just saw the star, so that is good. I think the mushroom was there. 10 coin, I don't remember. I think the 10 coin was one of the other ones over on that side, but I don't remember. Alright, we can actually get the mushroom house too. I may as well do that. Get ourselves all the items, because who knows when I'll need it for a really weird stage. Having a Tanuki leaf is actually nice as well. Just having the variety of stuff here is always good. And looking at it, if I don't die in this level, I should be able to skip the fortress too, which is pretty good, but that guy just says no. So that's dumb. But I can always just force a death in the next one if I don't die here again. Yeah, those guys are a pain in the butt to deal with. I'm also sort of realizing the more that I play this, the more that I see a lot of my least favorite ASM enemies in the frickin' Super Mario World hacks basically had all of their behavior come from this game. Like, the Hammer Bros are relentless in this, which is super irritating. Alright, so this is 1-5. We're just gonna die here so that I can have the drawbridge come up. And the bridge will let me go across. Let's just use a hammer suit. Why not? Oh, this is one of the beta stages, so there's not even any enemies in this one. So, yeah, a lot of the beta stages are incomplete, as you would expect. And basically, this one is just a straight up swim to the end. But swimming controls in Mario 3 are momentum based. So they're kind of really weird to deal with. So I am not very fast at doing a stage like this, but it's fine because that is literally all there is to this stage. And so we still don't get ourselves the thing. Dang it! I was hoping to get another 5 lives out of that, but you know what? I've still got plenty, so we're fine. Yeah, so I need to get to this pipe. So we've got one more stage to do. This is one of the World 3 stages. I actually found there's a P-switch at the top of this stage, I think, as well, which I didn't know about. Maybe it was this one that, like, on stream yesterday, I found a purple P-switch or something. Maybe it wasn't this one, it was something like this, but maybe not this exact one. Honestly, I kinda can't remember, because I gotta just be a little bit careful with that. Because the invincibility frames when you go from big to small are like non-existent. It's really annoying. Alright, and then this will be where we need to go to deal with the rest of this world. Let's just go ahead and use a fire flower. Why not? Go into the thing here. As you can see, these are all randomized as well. The order of them. Is there a star in here? No, it's a leaf. Kinda don't want that. Because I kind of want to be able to use a fire flower here since I have that active. It was worth a look just to see if it was a star, because the star could have sped a little bit of this up. I suppose the leaf could have sped it up a bit as well, because maybe I could have flown up there, but... this is the World 7 one, I think. Supposed to be the last one. I've had my jump eaten on that particular rafter, that particular like bulk thing a couple of times, so that's why I was taking it extra careful there. And we have ourselves Wendy in World 3. Looks like it might be Wendy. I don't know. Hard to really say, but if I can just fire flower her down then I don't even have to care. So that's why I wanted to keep the Fire Flower, because there was the potential for Wendy to be there. Wendy doesn't jump, I don't think, until she's taken damage. So long as you don't jump on her, it's fine. She could have just been one-hit Wendy for all I know, but I wasn't taking that risk. Does this one make my sprite look big indeed? Good question. I mean, kind of, but it's fine. So what are we going to get from the princess this time? Another hammer suit. It goes back 4 seconds. Oh man. Alright, so now we get to World 5, which is home to one of the only non-randomized levels. And I think this is one of the beta stages, because yeah, I don't remember this one. But that's fine. I think this was almost a precursor to one of the World 3 stages. But it's on ice instead, so I don't know, maybe it's not, but that's where it sort of feels like it would fit. Wow, I am not getting the stars now. I don't know why. Maybe I'm jumping too early. But I thought if you went at P speed, you were supposed to get that every time. More end card! Let's see... Is it... I don't know where that is. I think I know where that is. Yeah, that's there. Fire Flower there. I didn't see the 20, but apparently we get it anyway. Okay, so now we have all the stuff out of that this time, which is good. Didn't sound like there was an extra life out of there at all. And hey, it's 1-1. I haven't actually gone to play this stage in a while, so that's kind of cool, except when you put fire spitters in there. Jeez, what is going on with this world? There's a bunch of crazy shenanigans going on here. That's fine, because that is Randomizer for you. There's one of the spike guys as well. I almost just went straight into the pit there. I have actually fallen in that pit before on stream, and it was like, oh, whoops. But yeah, kind of interesting. Right, grab ourselves some more power-up stuff, because it's always good to have a stock of stuff here. I'm still looking for hammers as well, because hammers give you significant shortcut potential later on in the game. It actually would be really good to have a hammer for this world, because you can, as I've said, you can break the locks with the hammers. So, there we go. Excellent. Got one. So that's really cool, because I can break the lock at the end of this world as we get into 1-6 here. Kind of want to see... that's not a thing. Okay, I was hoping that would be a feather so I could fly the second part of this world, or this stage. Unfortunately not the case. So yeah, that would normally be an extra life in there. But yeah, if you have a feather, you can... or the leaf, you can fly through this bit. And there is actually a set of coins at the top, so it is something the game wanted you to do. So yeah, definitely worth that. But because you can break locks with the hammer in this, I can skip like 3 stages when I'm done with this guy here. So, oh jeez, that's pretty bad if he jumps down, but he didn't. Yeah, when you're small, oh wow, 2 hammers here? Nice! Dealing with those guys is really bad when you're small. So, this is the only stage that cannot be randomized because of the unique exit nature here, I think. I'm not really too familiar with the randomized, you know, like the way this is done, but I'm pretty sure that you can't do randomization on this one because of the way that this stage ends. Because this stage has a very unique exit, and it's a transition stage between like the 2 parts of the map here. So you wouldn't actually be able to set the end goal of this one. So it just, like, this stage always has to be here, unfortunately. I think it's also because there's 2 sides to it, because you can actually go back down as well. Which in the vanilla game, oh jeez! In the vanilla game you might actually have to go back down, because if you don't beat the airship in one shot, as we're gonna just use the hammer here just to sort of show. Now we can go straight for the fortress, which I'm going to buff up against. Alright, yeah, you actually might... Oh, which one is this? This is one of the... Oh, god damn it. This is one of the World 4 ones. Is there a pipe you can go down? There is a pipe you can go down here. Is this actually worth going down? I have not done this in forever, so I don't actually know. Well, not if that guy just stays put. God. Not a particularly good stage for me there. Hey, but we do get the airship though, so... cool, let's go thinking about that. So, these coin ships are still the same as they always have been with that. You just get a bunch of extra coins here, you can get some lives if you want, which is always good. I forget what I was even going on about now. That's just the way these things go, and you get distracted by a lot of stuff in this, and it's like, I don't remember what I was supposed to be referring to. I can't hit him from that distance. Nice. And we get ourselves a star. If you fail the fight at the end of this, then it becomes a regular hammer bow again. But you still get the same reward. Oh god. Yeah, these hotfoots that move on their own are really bad to deal with. Hammers are really strong though. Like, hammers just being able to deal with pretty much anything is very, very good. They're awkward to aim though, because they are momentum based. So, not being able to fully position where I want them to go. There's a lot of nasty hotfoots in this stage. But that's fine. Because again, we got hammers, so we can just like trivialize all of the tough stuff here. Wow! Get destroyed, Boom Boom! I didn't know that would kill him so quickly. I guess the hammers oh, what is this one? Is this the maze? No, it's not. This is 5-3, okay. I always get worried when I go through those translations. What are you where did you come from? Hello? Oh, what? How did I get beaten on that challenge? Alright, yeah, this is where you would normally get the Karibo shoe. Which, you can't actually go in this version, I don't think. Which is a bit of a shame. There's a lot of fire plant going on here. Don't know how I feel about that. Alright. So what do we got going in this bit? I know you can... Oh, just don't get smooshed and you'll be fine. I know you can run along some of these, but... There's a fire flower, that's really helpful here. I'm just gonna go ahead and take that, happily. And then just lose it because I challenged a fire plant. I mean, we mutually burned each other, so I guess it kind of makes sense, but yeah. Not the greatest of challenges there. I did notice I have a cloud as well. I am notoriously bad for not using clouds. So, oh boy. So this is 6-1, and there's a boss bass. Boss bass can show up in stages. We've seen that once already. But yeah, boss bass can kind of just show up wherever the hell he wants. And so that can get pretty scary. Because you don't want to get eaten. Don't know why I went for that. I'm trying to see... Yeah, there's a firefly there, okay. I was hoping to get another power-up and obviously take out the bass. You gotta be really careful though, because he respawns super quickly. So... And he just respawns out of nowhere too, so you gotta be on your toes if you want to fire kill boss bass in these things. Thankfully, not too difficult to deal with there. So, new end card! We don't know anything about this one. So, let's just see... Alright. Could have gotten the star there if I didn't double tap by accident, but it's fine. So, what are we gonna have out of this particular castle? I don't know. If you have a leaf, you can probably fly over that. But I did not, so that's fine. Kind of want up there. because I want to just get beyond that. That felt like a mistake, but I guess that was fine. Did I mention I'm not especially familiar with some of the layouts here? Anyway, who we got this time? We've already dealt with the two, like, most dangerous ones. It is a Roy that does not have earthquakes. Okay. Really, really high jump Roy, though. Not entirely sure how the fireballs didn't hit him there, but whatever. Doesn't matter. He's dead. That's all that's important. And so we're not actually doing that badly. Like, there's been a little bit of slowness here because of World 3 being quite bad, but so far so good. I think we've cleared, what, 4 worlds now? We have Pipe Maze still to do, though. The wand is mine! Not entirely sure. That seems like it could be a Lord of the Rings reference, but greetings, Scaver. Alright, speaking of Pipe Maze, here we go. So you want to try and have one hammer for this world if you can, because if you get the setup, which we haven't gotten here, I'm going to commit to doing world 1, I think, here. So, if you get a setup where you end up on the final island, but you end... Oh, wow, A2. Okay, you can end up on the final island, which is where you need to go, but you can end up where the lock is. And if you end up there, then you definitely want to have a hammer to break that lock, just so that you get through this as quick as you can. This is a stage where the Angry Sun would normally be, but obviously the Angry Sun is not in this particular one, because it has not been randomly designated to be here. But I think we'll survive with that. I forget how deep that is, that's why I kind of just, yeah, taking my time on that, just so that I don't mess up at the very end here. Wouldn't have had to take my time if I had the leaf, obviously, but having the fire flower was better for the stage as a whole, but still kind of scary for there. Right, so where does this end up? This ends up at the mushroom house, so that was pretty much for nothing. Right, so I will have to go and do the fortress. Get a fire flower back for it, it's okay. Yeah, Pipe Maze can waste a lot of time if you don't get a good setup. But that's okay. Obviously the biggest one is where that world level 2 is. There's a lot of potential for that to be good. So we'll take out the fortress. This is the second fortress of world 6. Which I always ended up bringing a Tanuki for, actually, so that I could statue against those things, which is always fun. The hotfoots here can be kind of annoying. Let's just see. Yeah, that's a dry bones, so that's fine. Make sure that I don't get hit by any of that nonsense, and away we go. So, what delightful power up have we got? Another fire flower. Excellent. Okay. I'm happy enough to see that. There is normally a star in one of those, but I ain't gonna bother risking that right now, because that probably isn't a star. Leaf is good, but I think the fire flower is actually better, because you can just fire flower kill Boom Boom. So we'll go with that. Not that I've been having too many issues dealing with Boom Boom just now, but it's always nice when you can just kill him with that. Alright, so we'll take out this. I could use the note block to get past this stage, but I think I'd rather just beat it. Wow, that should not have worked. But it's okay, you get an item out of this too, so we'll just flat out beat this stage. Hey, a P-Wing! Good. It's nice to have a couple of those for potentially nasty stages later. So now we have two options as to where we can get to the final island. See if this actually works out. Well, that definitely didn't, so we have to go the other one. So that means the other one is going to lead to the World 2 island, I think. Or the Level 2 island. No, it leads here. Ugh, wow. This is probably the worst World 7 that I've seen so far. But that's okay. By worst, I mean slowest. Not necessarily worst as in the stages are bad. Because the stages have actually been alright so far. Which one is this? I don't recognize it, but there's a lot of cheeps down the bottom. Oh, this is one of the beta stages, that's why I don't recognize it. Okay, so yeah, you need to go all the way along this. Along the bottom of this. Which is fine. So, it's not too tricky to do. I'm guessing it was a prototype for stage 9. Like 3-9. Because that's the other sort of 2-layer water one that you get. Alright, so now we have a choice as to where to go, and I'm gonna just go for this. This is 6... I wanna say 7? Oh, there's a fire charm too, that's kind of annoying. Just take him out. Yeah, this is the auto-scroller, like the second auto-scroller in World 6. This is the one where you actually get the white mushroom house if you get all of the stuff from it. So if you get all the coins out of this one, you actually get the white mushroom house to show up. Well, that was just dumb. Yeah, and the white mushroom house is the one with the anchor in it normally. The anchor, because the... Oh, nice angry sun. Because there's no movement of the airship fortress thing in this one, the anchor just gives you a random power-up. Alright, so where are we going with this? Are we going to the end? We are. Okay, so that's fine. We finally made it to the end here, and we get this stage, which I really don't like. Oh my goodness, I might just use a star and get through here, actually. I may as well mushroom up as well. Because I will get an item out of this, which is fine. I'll get another star off it, so... But this stage is really dumb, and I don't especially like it, because dealing with the different hammer bow types is very painful if you're trying to do it small. But it's a quick stage, so it's worth just going back in there. I'm gonna get a power up this time. I think I have enough at the moment. Hey, Angry Sun on the desert level. That's kind of fitting. Alright, which one of these has got a power up again? This one? Alright, pretty good power up too. I'll take a fire flower. It was this stage that has the purple P-switch, right? Because I started flying in this stage and I have never seen it before. It was kind of hilarious. Because you just make all of these just like not like you transform them all into coins and you can start picking them up. It's pretty great. Oh, the Angry Sun is actually really annoying to deal with at the end here. I didn't even think about that. So I gotta make sure that gotta make sure I just kill the sun with the Cooper shell. Apparently, I don't know if I was aware that you could do that. That's kind of hilarious. I mean, I'm sure I've seen it before, but I never thought about doing that. Another end card. Yeah, you know what? The end card has got hammer burst hits in it. We'll go for that. So I know that one was there. I don't remember if there was a fire flower in the other bit. I'm sure there was a mushroom though. Oh, there is a fire flower. It's right there. Man, I'm bad. Okay. Speaking of hammer bows, since we've got a bazillion of them, this is another slow castle. The second castle of World 3. Pretty slow because you have to swim, but it's not the worst one in the world. And I mean, I'm fine with this because I'm bad at the game, so having a castle that is not speedrunner friendly is totally fine by me. Especially when you can just use the hammer and take out these things, because the hammer suit is super OP. So why, you don't generally get it until, like, you know, World, what, 6 is when it shows up? I think there's maybe a couple of secrets that you can get them from before that. But it's pretty much World 6 is where you end up getting the hammer suit, right? So kind of shows why that's the case. Yeah, so these stages are not randomized either. I think there is some sort of limitation to it, is why that is the case, but right now they're not. Maybe they'll be randomized in the future, but just now they are perfectly normal, shall we say. Alright, so what do we got? This is looking like the World 1 airship, yeah, so just let that go by. This cannon is actually really annoying because it fires, like, look at that, it fires when it's, like, at the edge of the screen as well. I've been killed because of that before, it's really dumb. Alright, who we got? We've got Ludwig, and he actually can't get hit by hammers, but he only takes one hit anyway, so whatever. Who cares if he's only going to take one hit? Bosses have been really simple in this one so far. I mean, I've had fire for a couple of them, so I guess that sort of works, but the ones that I haven't had fire for haven't taken too many hits. Hammer brother in the castle, if you want to know. That's kind of funny. I've never seen the one with a hammer suit here. Yeah, and when you do World 7, you're never gonna keep me down. When you do World 7, it's always the same there. Do I have a hammer? I do. You can use a hammer to skip through here as well. So, probably should have saved that because maybe I could have used the hammers for World 2. Because I could skip a lot of stages there, but it's fine. Speaking on World 2, this, well, that was great jump there, man. How did I not get hit there? I should have definitely been hit by that. This is 2-1, so kind of nice to see that. And yeah, just a lot of fun having only 2 extra stages to do. Oh, this is the maze. Yeah, this is a really good candidate to use the cloud on. I might, if I don't do this first time, I might just use the cloud here, because this is a really good stage to do that with. I've actually had a couple of situations where it's been impossible to avoid taking damage down there. It's been really stupid. So you got this one, that gets you to here. There's a clip that you can do in this stage, but I don't know it. I didn't mean to even drop down there. That was not the direction to go. Also, you can't go upwards in pipes when you are big and you have a star, because the somersault thing stops you from doing that. It's kind of stupid. Yeah, there's a clip that you can do there, which lets you bypass some of this. Oh, God. Don't want to die, because this is really annoying. Like, this stage is just super slow to do, so you need to do that, and then you need to also make the bridge down the bottom here, so that you don't just lose to that. And I don't really want to challenge the Koopa there, so that's why I'm going up the pipe, because... oh no, I shouldn't have even gone down the thing. If I challenged a Koopa there, I probably would have lost, knowing me. So, we go up and around. Yeah, this is definitely the candidate for a stage that you would use a cloud on, though. And I did have one to use, but that's fine. I have a habit of not using the clouds ever, so... I like playing the stages, what can I say? But if you were doing this in a race, you would definitely cloud that stage. Let's go ahead and use a leaf because I can. Wanted to make sure that I could take this guy out. As it turned out, it wasn't really necessary to use one here, but I wouldn't have known that. And let's just keep going. I have plenty of items at this point, so I shouldn't really have to worry. The nice thing about having a leaf in this stage is you can fly over the middle bit there. So that's pretty cool. And then that gets you straight to the end. P-Wing also works for that. Alright, So, oh, we have earthquakes. Earthquake Larry. Hopefully not too many hits, only the 3. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Earthquake Larry's not a particularly problematic one, I guess, in comparison to some of them, because, you know, like Wendy is really the big one that is horrible that way. And he's not quite... I think he's one of the more aggressive ones, but he's not quite as aggressive as someone like Ludwig would be. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Nope. But it's nice to see you anyway. Oh my goodness, I forget how good some of the puns are here. Alright, so if you have a hammer, which I think I used my last one, if you have a hammer, you can break there, which would let you go ahead and skip some levels in this one. But I'm pretty sure I've used my last hammer, so... I don't remember where the stuff is here. I think it was a mushroom that was there. I don't actually know the other one. Okay, whatever. Did I have a hammer? I did not, so we're fine. So I'm gonna have to do the rest of this anyway. I skipped a bunch of stages in World 1, and therefore, like, I can't skip the ones here. Kinda works out in the end. So this is 6-2, which would normally be an auto-scroller. And it's apparently easy to fall off on. Welp! That's fine. We can deal with it. This stage is interesting to do because the clouds seem like they're kind of timed. Like, they're obviously designed to be done via the auto-scroller, right? So it's kind of interesting to do this without it being an auto-scroll, because the timing, like, you control the timing a lot more, and it just, like, it feels really weird. Then you get this sort of section where it's like, oh, blind jump, you know, but it's not nearly as bad. The auto-scroller, ooh, I kind of want that, but I have plenty, so I'm not going to bother waiting for it. It's probably despawned anyway. But yeah, the auto-scroller would be moving down there, so it's not a blind jump normally. It is a blind jump when the camera doesn't move. And it's kind of funny the way that works out. So this one is another one of the beta stages, which can be kind of annoying to deal with because of the enemies here, like that. It's kind of dumb. It's annoying. Like, the stage itself is not particularly difficult, it's just, oh man, you know, random enemies coming down. It's the fact of the enemies in this stage get randomized is the only thing that makes it somewhat difficult. Oh wow, okay. And I forgot the fire trail of them hurts you as well, so hooray! But there you go, it's not a difficult stage, it's just like the random enemies can trip you up when you try and go fast. I guess you could use the fire flower to do that quickly though. Speaking of, let's use a fire flower here, because I can. Oh, so this is the other auto-scroller. This is another beta level, and I think... I don't actually know why this one wasn't ever included, because it seems like a pretty Wow! Okay, that's annoying. But I have a frog suit, so I guess we'll use the frog suit here instead. Please stop moving. Okay. Yeah, I don't actually know why this one wasn't included. Right, there's a fire flower at the start, but we don't care about that. One of the key things to note with the frog suit in auto-scrollers is that it does keep your position on the screen as far as the like vertical stuff. So you'll move up and down with the screen, and it can get kind of oh boy. Forgot about the cheap shot there. Literal cheap shot. I always get hit by that one, and it's just super dumb. But yeah, the auto-scroller will move you up and down as well. And it's kind of hard to make that jump. Like, this isn't the easiest of stages, actually, overall. But, yeah. It's not the worst stage ever, but it's definitely the hardest of the beta stages. Depends what, like, shows up at the end here as well, but this time there's nothing. I've had a blooper show up there before, and it's really annoying. Also, Sledge Bros there can get kind of bad, so... yeah, not the most difficult stage in the universe, but definitely not the easiest of the stages you can come across in this game. Alright, so here looks like we have ourselves a good old basic vanilla level 1 with a star, so that's fine. You can get to the warp whistle thing here. It won't be a warp whistle that's there, it'll be a randomizer. We actually do... this guy is going to make it really difficult to get there though. Maybe if he moves far enough across I can do it. Yeah, because I made him despawn. Okay. So that's kind of cool, because you can still go here, still get yourself an item, which is actually another leaf. It's kind of cool. And that just takes this place out. It doesn't remove the lock though, just like in the original game, so you do have to be careful about that. Wow. Fire Bros are painful. But we got another cloud. I don't think I have too many levels left to use a cloud though, so... I should really maybe consider using them. This is another interesting stage to come across. This is one of the world's 7 stages. I think this is 7-2. Really good to have a Tanuki for that, so you can skip over the big long section there. And then you're basically home dry. Getting hit because I'm dumb, but yeah. There's the one bit that you're supposed to loop round because you need to hit no blocks from underneath. But if you have a Tanuki, you can get away with that. So, nice stage to pick up there. Looks like we have another dude, so let's just use a star. We have a bunch of them. Just use a star to take out these guys. And that gets us a P-Wing. I have like 4 of those, and I haven't used any of them yet. I should maybe consider starting with them. You know what? I'm gonna use a cloud though, finally. We're gonna just skip over a stage. Yeah, we did it. May as well P-Wing as well. Because I don't know which one this is. This is the first fortress of World 5. So... there's an interesting little secret bit up there if you can fly. That's a star, not a... could have been interesting. Yeah, and then the secret bit spits you out there. But that's fine. This is not... I mean, this is a stage I die at on occasion, so I can't even say it's like not the hardest stage out there, but it's definitely one of the more straightforward ones. But I mostly just used the P-Wing here so that I would almost be guaranteed to clear the stage, so that I wouldn't lose the benefit of the cloud. Because that's kind of the risk reward of using the cloud, is that if you skip a stage... we're gonna have to kill this guy anyway. Oh my goodness. Frickin' Fire Bros, dude. Every time. If you skip a stage and you end up dying in the next stage, you have to do the stage you skipped anyway. So you need to really make sure that you don't die in a cloud and once you've used a cloud. That's the big sort of drawback to them. Extra leaf, really good. I don't know if there's anywhere I could fly in this one that would be beneficial. Probably not, but it was easier getting to there, so that's fine. No, there's nowhere to fly in this one. So here we go. Looks like Iggy is relatively normal, so no problem with that. It was nice having the P-speed before getting into that, actually, because that just let me fly at the start and just gain the advantage right from the word go, because he was jumping pretty high. It's always awkward challenging the Koopalings. Like, the Koopalings are surprisingly difficult to beat, actually. You might wonder why I didn't use my wand to stop the Koopas. Well, goodbye. He never tells us. Alright, so... what have we got from this world? It is a note block. Alright, and now we just got one world left to do. I don't have a hammer, so I can't open up the pipe at the start. So we are going to have to do all the stages here. I want to say this is 610? Oh, hey, there's a nipper that is not one of the... yeah, this is 610. Let's just not get hit here, please. This one, there's like a super special bonus. I think it's a hammer burst suit that's in there. You need to use the fire flower to melt into it, and then use the P-wing, not the P-wing, the P-switch, in order to actually get to the pipe there. And I've never done that before, but I think it's a hammer burst suit that's in there. Which is kind of cool. Like an item that you can get. Item version. Alright, so with that done, what level is this? Is this one I'm supposed to fly in? I don't think you can, but I think if you use a P-wing here, you can get over this one. Yeah, because this is 6-9, I think. And if you have used a P-wing before the start of this one, you can fly over the stage in its entirety. Which is kind of cool. Because this stage is a little bit on the slower side. Oops. Let's not get ourselves wrecked there, thank you. Take a fire flower for my trouble though. I quite like the fire flower in general anyway, so... yeah, you can fly over the top of that. And that gets you to the end of the stage. I think there's a life box up there as well, which is obviously a random item in this, but it's kind of cool. Anyway, we are in the vanilla World 2 Fortress, so that's kind of cool, except when that douchebag shows up. So you can sort of see some of the troubles, potentially, of trying to do this fast, is when you get these fortress enemies that just kind of do whatever the hell they want, and it gets really painful. Yeah, like this douche nozzle is just doing whatever he pleases, and it's kind of annoying to get around him. This one's also going to be quite problematic for the same reason, but that's okay, we'll just jump over him. Just take our time a little bit, really. Let's not get ourselves caught by the boo here. Boos are vicious in Mario 3, like, look how fast this guy comes across. Absolutely vicious compared to Mario World. It always actually surprises me every time I see the ones in Mario World now, compared to this, it's like, wow, you really don't do anything, do you? Alright, so because I don't have a hammer, I can't skip this stage. This is 3-1. So not too bad of a stage. There's a nice little... oh, there's a nice little power-up at the top here as well. Apparently gonna get hit by Blooper, because I can't dodge. But that's fine. Come back, Mushroom! I need you! I probably don't, but I'm gonna pretend that I need you. So yeah, there's plenty of enemies down the bottom, but I don't care about any of them. I had Bertha show up in this bit the last time too, when I did this yesterday. It's kind of funny. So yeah, not too bad of a stage over there. So now we have a couple of stages still to do here, because again I can't skip any of this. This is 6-3, I think? I actually haven't done this stage in a long time, so see how this goes. I reckoned my jump was going to get eaten if I kept going the way I was going there, so this is a bit of a tricksy one. Lots of long jumps here. That was a mistake. And it's right at the end too, of course it was. Maybe I should just P-wing this. I have a ton of P-wing. Let's explore the skies on this one. I have a ton of P-wings, so I don't really feel too bad about this. I should have probably got a running start first though. Is there anywhere that I can do that? Here, maybe? Because I kind of want to move a little bit quicker than that, but I guess that's about as fast as we're gonna go. Okay. Well, that's fine. Nothing in the sky in this stage. Kind of boring, but what can you do? get ourselves a star. I have loads of lives left at the moment too, which is surprising, to be honest. I guess I am getting a little bit better at this. Now, oh good lord, okay, I don't think we're going to be sticking with this stage. This is Pipe Maze 7-9, but with a Bertha. Not a Bertha, a Boss Bass. That's kind of ridiculous. Now, Boss Bass actually does kind of track you vertically a little bit too, so I'm gonna have to be a little bit careful here, because I think it is going to show up a little bit when I go down. I'm trying to think, can you actually go over the top of this? I want to say you can. Yeah, oh, maybe not. Okay, so you can't go all the way over the top of this. It's been a while since I've actually tried to like fly through this stage, so it's not that one, it is over here. Okay. Might want to keep one of these aside because I think... Oh no, it is just sticking at the bottom. Okay, so there are some stages where Boss Bass will actually like come up the stage when you fly up, but I think it's... I don't actually know what the reasoning behind that is, but okay. Not too bad then. I thought that was going to be a lot worse than it was. Alright. I am willing to accept this. I'll always accept the Boss Bass stage not being that difficult. Alright, so we have another coin ship. I'm not going to bother getting all the coins this time because I don't need all of them. I will grab the extra life though, because why not at this point? So, ideally, I would have one hammer left for... There we go. I was going to say, ideally I would have one hammer for World 8. I think one hammer is okay, maybe 2 would be perfect, but I think 1 is fine as well. This is 3-2, and actually has a leaf at the start. Okay, that's kind of cool. So one of the big problems with 3-2 is that it's really annoying to not get smooshed by the fish here. If you fall off this platform, it's really painful to like not get killed by the fish down the bottom, because it tracks you really well and it just respawns out of nowhere. There was a blooper down there. That's kind of funny. Yeah, it spawns out of nowhere and it's just irritating to get around without dying. Alright, final castle level. That isn't gonna be too bad. I think this is the World 6 one, so it should be alright. I always thought that little construct down the bottom here was super weird. Like, it's the only bit which just has much less to it. Like a couple of tiny planks rather than the big board. And I believe this is not Earthquake Mountain, so I guess one of the... it must have been either Wendy or... I don't think Iggy... Not Iggy. I don't think Lemmy can be an Earthquaker because he doesn't move left and right. But I guess Wendy was probably Earthquake. We never saw her jump because I just Fire Flowered her. So... good job I did, because that would have been a very nasty fight. That could have been incredibly bad to deal with. You spoony bad. Oh dear. I don't know. I'm easily amused by some of this text and stuff here. And another P-Wing. Cool. I didn't actually read what she said there, but whatever. So this stage can be any stage. Oh, this one with an angry sun. Okay. This can be any stage. Really now? That is what happened. Okay. Yeah, this one can be any stage because there's no requirement on this. It can, there's no boom boom at the end of this one, so it can be whatever it wants to be. And as a result, it's chosen one of the sky levels in World 5. I think this is 5-4. This stage with an angry sun is not particularly threatening, but it's interesting nonetheless that it showed up there. So, you know, kinda neat just to see more sun.
So you always want to go in this pipe first, because if this is the pipe that goes to Bowser, then you are completely done. It is not in this case, but I think there is another pipe here, so this could be the one that goes to Bowser. It is not, it goes there. So we are going to have to do some of the stage stuff here. So we might have to do the 2 levels over there, or we might get away with just doing the fortress. And this fortress is the second one in World 6. There's some really cool flying strats you can do in this stage, but I've never tried it, so I don't know exactly how it works, but you can fly under some of this stuff here, and it looks really cool, but I don't know it, so we're just going to take the normal strats, just to make sure we don't die. You can fly here too, but that boo would be really butts to deal with in that flying part. I guess you could just go under it, but then you run the risk of falling into the dangerous trap of the waffles there. But hey, Boom Boom still being a Boom Boom, not exactly going to be too difficult with that. And now we have a couple of pipes at the top to look at. So one of these could lead to Bowser. I'll just have to see. It's not that one. I could use the hammer actually to get through that lock as well. But I want to see first if this is the pipe that goes there. Because if this pipe also goes there, then using the hammer is kind of a waste of time. It is not. Okay. So now we just have one more option for this, and that is, where does that go if I use the hammer? Because obviously that lock is broken when you use the when you break the airship here. But I have a hammer for a reason, so let's see where this goes. And if this isn't where it needs to be, and it is, okay. So if that wasn't it, then I would have had to do 8-1 and 8-2. Oh, is this the... Oh, this is the maze one. The stupid World 8 fortress. This is actually the thing. And I can't skip this stage with a cloud because this... Oh, wow. I am bad. I can't skip this with a cloud, so... Because it's a tank level. And you can't skip tanks. So I have to do this stage, and that's really annoying because I don't like this stage. It's not the worst stage in the world, but it's definitely not my favorite to do. I actually, for some reason, wasn't able to do this stage when I was younger. I have no idea why. Oh, how did I not get hit there? I don't know. Anyway, go through here, get ourselves a power up, hope it's a star. It is a star, so we can use this to take out Boom Boom super fast. And get ourselves the legendary upside down orb. And just wipe him out in one hit, and there we go. So now we have a multitude of hammer bow suits. The hammer bow suit is what you want to have for the end of this. Just try not to get Bowser statued. Don't get lasered and you're fine here. And also don't fall off that platform, because then you'll be very sad, because it's annoying to get back up there. There's a Boo. Boo apparently can't be hit by the hammers. No, it can. Okay, just I was not getting the shot right. So just take it nice and slow getting up here so that I don't actually get myself smacked by anything. There's an extra life here. You can clip through this. I actually did this first time yesterday. It's a little bit disappointed that I can't seem to get it just now. But if you get the dot jump here, you can clip through and it's a lot nicer. I apparently am going to fail it like a million times here because, I don't know, this jump is annoying. At least it feels annoying to me, but obviously would have been better just going around at this point, but dang it, I want to show it off. There we go. So you can clip through that. If you're actually good, you'll do it, you know, much faster. I'm dead. Oi! How did I slip off that? Whatever, we have another suit, and I'm going to use a star just to make sure that I don't get Bowser statued at the beginning here. The suit is useful because you get a quick kill on Bowser using the hammer bow suit, because I think the hammers damage like every frame or something. You can kill him in like 2 or 3 hammers if you position yourself underneath him. So, underneath him at the very beginning. So I definitely want to do that. Alright, well, you kind of get the point. Let's just go round normally. So apparently I'm going to be too bad today to get through that. This does mean I need to go up and around a long way though. Oh, you can kill Podobos with this too. Man, the hammer bow suit really is like massively overpowered. But I suppose it's super rare, so it makes sense why it would be so strong. Also, don't get lasered by that guy. That one doesn't shoot lasers, so you're fine with that. And just a quick trip to the end at this point. Over we go. You can apparently click through that wall and get a version of this fight that doesn't have any... Oh, you also get hit at the end by Bowser because his head is still a hitbox. That'd be kind of funny if you ended up dying to that, but I don't know how you would. But yeah, you can apparently click through the wall and get a version of this fight where he doesn't spit fireballs, which is kind of fun. And there we go. So that is the Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer in a nutshell. Not a bad seed overall. It was a bit slow because I had to do both auto-scrollers and like the start was kind of slow, but you kind of expect that. There's only really 1 or 2 worlds that are like ideal starts, and World 6 obviously isn't one of them. Also, none of the warp pipe stuff was particularly quick. You can get setups where the very first pipe you go into in Worlds 3 and 7 basically just take you to the end of the world, and obviously that is way faster than what we got here. If I had a couple of other hammers in places, then I could have skipped doing a few level sets. Particularly World 4, I could have skipped doing some levels there. World 6, there's like 1 level you can skip. If you've got a couple of hammers, then you can get away with only doing like 2 stages in World 2. If you've got a couple of hammers to burn there. A couple of hammers in a cloud, and you can just skip every level in World 2. What's the other one? A couple of hammers in World 3 could potentially skip stuff, but is also a bit risky to run with in there, because, you know, you might not be able to get through with that. And then there's 1 hammer in World 7. We didn't get to see the thing for that, but 1 hammer in World 7 can get you through as well. You know, so if I didn't have that hammer in World 8, I would have had to do the hand stages as well as the airship there, whatever fortress that turned into. So very nice to get that hammer in World 2 just to finish things off there. So yeah, good stuff. Anyway, this has been GamerCow playing the Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer, and hopefully you have enjoyed this. I always like playing the Marios, it's a fun time. It's a little bit quicker doing this than the Zelda ones as well. The Link to the Past randomizer is definitely a bit longer than this because it's just a plain Super Mario game. This is how it goes. So yeah, till next time, take care.